Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about MCC Builders Guild, because the games got revealed, the teams are announced, so I thought now would be a perfect time to go over my thoughts about all the teams, my predictions, and just my general thoughts about the event, and everything about it. I'm just going to hop into the first team straight away, why not? First we've got the Red Rabbits. We've got Forsey, Becky, Michaela, and Shadoon. Now, this team, the main thing is Forsey, right? Forsey's a newcomer, pretty exciting one. He's also quite good. He's very good at movement games, as we've seen from him in Block Wars, and he's been able to do really well. So I won't underestimate this team at all, because Shadoon's a pretty good top frag, and Becky's a first frag. I think Becky's the best third frag this event, except well, or second best. She's very good third frag, and Michaela's fourth frags are all actually decent as well. So like this team is very well rounded. I think what's like hard for them is I think their best games aren't in. Like I think Parkour Tag this team destroys it, and I think Rocket Sleep Rush this team destroys it, and as you can see here, neither of them are in. And none of these games are particularly amazing for them, so I think that might be a bit difficult, but I think this team's really well rounded. And I don't think they'll do bad in any of the games, so definitely one to look out for. Next, we've got the Orange Ocelots with Fire Breathman, Lagundo, Owen, and Sniff. Now, once again, another newcomer, Lagundo. Another Rising 2 newcomer. That's sort of a trend for this. I don't know why, but it is. Lagundo is a pretty exciting player. I don't think he's going to be as good as Forsey, but he's definitely not bad. You know, in literally the last Block Wars, he got first in Extraction. Like, this guy is no slouch. And I think, obviously, Shane is one of the best players in the event. As a top frag's good. Owen as second frag is kind of correct. I can't lie. Sniffer's fourth frag, still good. And, like, I think giving Shane this team is crazy. Especially after the last event he played, he broke the coin record and his team won. And I don't know if you noticed, but that team also had Sniff. So we've got Shane, Sniff already. I think Owen and Ryan are pretty similar. And then Lagundo, Puffy, I think I'd say Lagundo is better, but Puffy did pop off in that event. So it's probably around similar. So I think there's a similar strength team. Shane broke 4K and destroyed, and this team won, and they won. So I don't know. I think the team's really good. I think they're quite good at team games, so I don't think they have to worry about the three team games. I just think it's a pretty well-rounded team, and yeah, definitely a very scary team this event. Next, we've got the Yellow Yaks with Amesy, Infinite Drift, Fruit, and Filzer. So this team has another newcomer, Infinite Drift, not a Rising 2 player. I'm not as familiar with Drift. I believe she is from Misadventures. That's what she is most known for. So, I don't know how good they are, but I'm hoping. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But Fruit and Filzer is a pretty strong duo. For this event, it's probably the strongest duo, like standalone duo, I'd say. And AMC is, you literally see them with the crown popping off to its rivals. So I don't know. It's a pretty good team, but once again, I think the games don't favor them that much. So I don't know. I could see this team going either way. I can see them struggling a little bit because of the games, or just because they're, pretty high, like mechanically. I think they could just do well. I don't know. Moving on, we've got the Lime Llamas with Scar, Martin, Dave Kratzy, and CBK. Now, this team seems quite good. It's definitely the strongest PvP team with Dave and CBK and Martin, to be fair. And like Scar's good with a bow, so that's Meltdown. And like Battlebox, the map seems, it looks like a new map. It seems to have a lot of high grounds. So put Scar on a bow on high ground, he can definitely get some shots. So I say this team is going to be very scary in the PvP games, but they are definitely weak in the team games. I think this is probably the weakest team. I mean, that doesn't mean they're going to get last in all of them, but I don't think it's the best at it, and that might make them struggle. But other than that, this is a really scary team. You know, like, Dave's been popping off. Like, I think he's made it clear he's S'd it. That's my opinion. He's S'd it for me. I mean, CPK's definitely really good. Martin's really good. And like, Scar as 4th rank isn't even that bad. He's been practicing, he's gotten better the more MCCs he's played. Like, literally, he had like his best individual performance in Blank Canvas. Like, that's what I'm saying. This team is good. And next, we've got the Green Geckos with Elena, Feinberg, Ross, and Tubbo. So, obviously, it's a Feinberg team, which is pretty scary with team games because he is really good at them. You know, bingo, they're gonna smash. Buildmore, I think will do really well in. Sands of Time, it's probably his weakest team game, so we'll have to see if he can, you know, do well there. But Tobo's second frag, you know, it's not the strongest second frag, but this team as a vibe is gonna be so chaotic and fun. And then Elena's third frag isn't as bad as you think. Like, I think Elena, when you first think of Elena, you go, oh, okay, yeah, it's probably a weaker player. But that, like, Elena's improved quite a bit, and I think she is closer to a 3rd frag than a 4th frag, and I think that's quite good for Feinberg. That's what I'm saying. And then Ross's 4th frag is, I mean, she's not playing many events, but she's great. It'll be fun. Ross and Tobo on the team last time was so funny, so I know this team's gonna be fun to watch. I just think they can have a good shot. Ugh. I just think they have a good chance because this is really good at team games, and I don't think they're terrible at others. I think Battlebox and Meltdown might be scary, but other than that, I think this team could do really well. Anyway, next, we have the Cyan Coyotes. Catherine Elizabeth, Purpled, Shovel, and Tabble. Now, this team's pretty cool. Obviously, Catherine Elizabeth, first time playing since Ender Cup, so that's pretty exciting. And then obviously Purpled Harvey Duo is pretty cool. Honestly, if this team just screams first person to get to the other side, but you know, we'll have to see. But other than that, I think this team might struggle because this team doesn't give very good team game vibes, and like, I think they'll be good at Meltdown and Battlebox and like some of the movement games, but like, our team games are really important in this event, so I think they might struggle a little. Also, Catherine's not played as much as well, and like, even like, you know, Shovel's really good at hole in the wall, but it's like Purple's worst game. So it's like, I don't know. I think they might struggle. But overall, you know, Purple first frag, Harvey second frag, it's pretty good. And Shovel's not a terrible third frag, she's pretty good third frag to have, and obviously Catherine's 4th, but hey, I think she can hold her. Anyway, next. Aqua Axolotls. We've got Captain, False, Zeus, and Pete. Now this team I'm excited for, because I think they've got a really good chance. Because obviously they've got Pete as the first frag, and the frag order for the rest, honestly, is kind of hard to tell. I think I'd probably say Jordan's probably second frag, and Zeus third, False 4th. But last time False and Zeus team, False placed above Zeus. So honestly they could go either way. And like, when I think Zeus and Jordan, I think they're pretty similar in skill. So honestly, those three, I honestly could see them placing any order. But this seems good, because they're good at movement and they're good at team games. Like, Pete and Jordan last time they played bingo, they broke the point record. I mean, obviously Feinberg beat that afterwards, but still. It's a very good bingo team. Sense of Time, this team's great. They don't have a Sand Keeper, but other than that, this team's really good. And Build One, I mean, come on. I just think this team, just look at this team. You think this team's going to do bad at Build One? Like, come on. And like, they're so good at like Hole in the Wall and the other movement games that like, they just feel like they're going to do well. Obviously, PvP is a big weakness for this team, but like, they've all sort of popped off in Meltdown before. So if they just all like play well in Meltdown, they can be fine. And if they will rush in Battlebox, you know, I think they can do okay there too. So I might be coping for the Pete finally winning again, but I think there's a good chance for this team. I think they're one to look out for. Next, we have the Blue Bats. Got Antfrost, Gracie, Michael, and SB737. Obviously, there's two things here. One, we've got Gracie, newcomer from Rising 2. Pretty exciting. I think Gracie's great. She's a lovely person to have in whatever she does. So I think she's an amazing person to have in the main event. And SB being back as well. He's not played in a while. I don't remember the exact number, but it was like one of the 30s. Like, it's been like 2 years. Like, so I wonder how good it will be. Cause, you know, since like joining Lifesteal and everything, you know, he might have improved. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Like, this team is really hard to tell what they'll do. I mean, obviously Amfrost's top frag is pretty good. But I think SB second frag, it's a bit of uncertainty. The Gracie and Michael, honestly, I don't know. They're probably interchangeable, third and fourth frag. They're probably similar. And like, I don't know. I just think it might be a bit of a weaker team. It's like, I think they do want Sands of time. Amfrost is really good at leading teams in Sands. But other than that, it's like, none of the games stand out as, oh yeah, this team's really good at it. But also none of the games stand out as like, oh, they're not good. So like, they could be fine. I don't know. Like, honestly, I just don't know. This is a big like question mark team for me, because there's two pretty big unknowns on it. So who knows? I don't know. I think they could do well. They could not. I don't like. Honestly, I don't know. Moving on, we've got the Purple Pandas, consisting of Ghosty Fruit, H-Bomb, Impulse, and Pyroscythe. So this team's pretty good. Like, in an all-round sense. Like, they don't really have that bad player, right? Like, top frag, honestly, I could see it going to Ghosty, H-Bomb, or Pyroscythe. They're all pretty good. Obviously, oh yeah, I forgot to mention Pyroscythe, another newcomer from Rising 2, who's, you know, he's pretty good. Obviously, when he did Rising 2, he didn't do the best, but he's improved a lot since then, and like Block Wars, like he's pretty like good like second frag in Block Wars now. Even like most recent event with Amfrost, he like got like 8th or 7th, something like that. Like, he did well. And so I think these three will all be similar skill. So definitely the one to look out for this team. Obviously Impulse a little bit weaker, but he's not like that bad. You know what I mean? Like, he's not like, oh yeah, it's like easily bottom 5 player. No, like I could honestly easily see him getting like 20 to 30s. It just depends on the day. But I think this team might struggle a little bit, just because they don't have like a strong top player. And like, I don't know, last time Ghosty H-Bomb teams, they got last. And like, I don't know, I just don't have a lot of confidence at this team. That's my issue. But like, I think they'll do well in Sands and like a couple of these other games. Like, they're not terrible at, like Hole in the Wall, I think. And like, I heard they're doing practice, so maybe they'll prove me wrong. But I don't know. I just think they might struggle a little bit. But that's just my opinion. I could see it going. I could see them doing better. Who knows? And finally, we have the Pink Parrots, consisting of Etho, Jojo, Scott, and Jimmy. Wow. Now, obviously, Etho being back is really hype, and that's the main highlight here. But I think this team, like, you look at it and you go, oh yeah, this team is good at team games, and there's 3 of them, so I think there's something about them. But I do think, like, individually, it's probably the weakest team, so maybe movement game's not their strongest, and like, but Jojo has led well in Battle Box and Meltdown, so they're not a bad team at all. I think, obviously, Jojo's the top frag here. Scott's probably second frag over Jimmy. Jimmy third, Etho fourth. But, hey, all I'm saying, we've not seen Etho play since he's been grinding Parkour Warrior. Like, I don't know. When that game gets put out, this team could have 4 people get the medium ending. Jojo could get, I don't know. And that could be really big for them. That's like first. If you get 4 people doing medium ending, that's like first guaranteed in that game. So, hey, he might prove me wrong. I don't know. But this team, I think individually is a bit lacking, but team and PvP games, I think they'll do pretty well in, so I think, you know, they've got a good chance. That's my thoughts. But yeah, I thought, with the games being announced, I decided to put my full predictions, so here they are. I've got Orange first, Aqua second, Lime third, Green fourth, Red fifth, Pink sixth, Blue seventh, Cyan 8th, Yellow 9th, Purple 10th. And I kind of said my reasons. I think Orange is just like a really good team to give Shane, I don't know. And I think Aqua, with these games, if they can just get Meltdown and Battlebox in the first half, I think they'll make it. Lime kind of needs the opposite to Aqua, which is why I don't think they'll both be in Dodgeball, but I just think they'll do so well in those games that like they'll still be up there. Green, I think they did really well in the team games, and like I don't know, I just think Feinberg's gonna go crazy. So that's why I've got Green in fourth. Red, I mean, yeah, I think they're all around everything. The plus about middle pack, just kind of my thoughts. And then Pink, like I just said, good at team games. Might struggle in the individual games, so but still pretty. I think they'll still be in contention most of the event. Blue, like I said, don't really know where to put them, so 7's just what I had free, so that's where they are. Cyan, like I said, I think they'll struggle. Cyan and Yellow are both kind of together. I think they're similar built teams, and they're weaker. They're good at like the movement, and they're alright at the PvP, but I think they're struggling in the team games, and I think they'll just fall down to the bottom near the end of the event. And then Purple, I just think they're like the S tier to carry them, so that's just my thoughts. I don't know. Those are my predictions. You probably disagree, it's whatever. You can comment your own predictions. Let me know that I'm stupid, whatever. These are my indiv. I think Feinberg gets first, even though I'd have his team only get fourth. I think because he'll get loads of team points from Buildmart, Bingo, Sands. Over. And then Feinberg's really good at Honor, he's really good at Parkour Warrior, he's really good to get to the other side. Like, it's just Meltdown and Battlebox, and like he's popped off in both individually, so I don't know, I think he can get first. And then Shane, really good team, and like he's still good at these games. I just do think they're not his like best games compared to Feinberg, so like that's why I think he gets second. But Pete, like, I have him third because I just think the game's really good for him. That's why. Kind of simple way back with a second. And Amfrost, Purple and Fruit kind of together because I have their teams predicted similar. It's just sort of the order their teams are. It's just how well I sort of think they'll do in the team games, because I think they're around similar in the individual games. And then Jojo, I just think she'll do alright, and her team will do on the team games, so it's pretty fair placement, I think. And Dave, I think he could get higher. I might have him a bit low because Meltdown, Battlebox to get the other side. He's like really good at all three, but I just think they'll be weak in the team games. And like on Parkour Warrior, I'm not that confident. But hey, Shadoon, I think is probably the low person. I have way too low. He's really good, and I think Red's doing bad this event. I try to look at these games as like Shadoon's best games. I think that's why. I don't look at these games and go, oh yeah, that's a Shadoon game. So I don't know. And then CBK, I think he's the second frag who can sneak in. I think Parkour Warrior he's really good at, and I think their team is really good at Meltdown and Battlebox. He'll get loads of points there, so I think he should be able to sneak in. He's 10th. But those are my predictions. You probably disagree, but I just want to put them out there, put out my thoughts about the event. Just give more opinions out there in video form, because there's not a lot in the event community. But if you want me to do more videos, just more stuff to watch, liking and subscribing really helps. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.